So I get a call today on the store phone, and it's a guy from London who says he's in town in Chicago, even though we're in Phoenix, and looking to see if we were interested in ordering some of his stuff. He gives me his website's name, and it's nothing to do with music, which is kind of funny. I'll forego the embarrassment of anything else there, but I'm just like, yeah, what kind of records you trying to sell? Oh, we have free shipping from the UK, and it's stuff that's really hard to find, like Frank Ocean Blonde and Kanye West Graduation. I'm like, oh yeah, fake records, as I call them. I'm soapbox on this stuff because in my previous life, well, one of my previous lives, I made video games, and I've had a lot of IP stolen into certain markets around the world, where they just steal the IP, they just decompile the software code and steal the graphics, they steal the sounds, they steal everything. So I'm very sympathetic when it comes to music artists about people stealing their stuff. So I started asking the guy, how come there's no Taylor Swift stuff when it comes to European imports or bootlegs, unofficial bootlegs as they're called? Sorry, I know some people like them. I talk about this in the store. Maybe you're one of these. Maybe you're that type of person who's like, okay, I'm okay with that, because if I want a copy of Graduation, Kanye says he's never going to put it out, or Life of Pablo, or the butcher cover from the Beatles on color vinyl, or Badlands, the Jakey Lee project, which is a great album. Are these ever going to get released? I hope one day they are released. And I hope one day all these fake records are pretty much worthless, because, they're charging them. But I understand why people, there's a guy that comes in the store, Alejandro. He's like, yeah, I've bought some fake records because there's a place in Phoenix that sells fake records. And, it is what it is. A salute. Whatever, you're going to do what you're going to do. I get it. And then, of course, there's places online. And I know there's some other record stores around the country that sell these fake records and stuff. I'm just not going to be one. All due respect, I'm not trying to grandstand here. It's just I know about stolen IP, and this is stolen IP. I asked the guy, so the artist and the label don't see any money from this, and he's like, yeah, no, they don't. Oh, okay, well, there you. At least he was honest there. So I'm asking about Taylor Swift. I said, how come there's never any Taylor Swift? Because those Taylor Swift records, they go for a lot of money, and Reputation, You get that orange vinyl of Reputation. That's like a $1,200, $1,500 record these days, because it was a record store day release. And he's like, yeah, I don't know. I said, I know the reason, because Taylor would litigate you into the poorhouse. Isn't that right? And I wasn't accusing him of. He says he gets it from other sources. So I found the conversation funny, and I'm going to grandstand on this all the time. So if you're ever in Phoenix and you ever want to stop by the store, it's Rock This Town Records, and you will not find fake records in the store. And if there's a fake record that comes tumbling in, as we have had some fake records come tumbling in that we've missed, I'm opposed to buying them at all. My wife, Jen, is more sympathetic to it. She's just like, okay, if they come in, I guess we could buy them. But I'm like, okay, I'll agree to that, but I want to be able to sell them cheap. So we got like a copy of, I think it was like Rust in Peace that came in from Megadeth. And I put like $10 on it, just to try to undercut the market. I'm just going to put the screws to it. I said, I'll give you like $5 for this album, and I'm going to sell it for 10. Actually, I think, now that I think about it, I think I gave the person $10 and I sold it for $10. So there you go. What are you going to do? So that's my grandstanding moment for the day. I know you loved it. Hey, welcome to Vinyl Tour. It's your good friend, it's your pal, it's your compadre. It's TC, everybody. Yeah. How you doing? What's going on today? Well, Greta Van Fleet, baby. They're back. Next week, the album comes out, Starcatcher. I know a lot of people are excited for it, especially a lot of young people, which I can kind of appreciate. I know that a lot of people say that are older, they kind of slam Greta Van Fleet as kind of like a Kingdom Come. Remember Kingdom Come from the 80s? Very, very Led Zeppelin-y. Even, Whitesnake, the Still of the Night, the 1987 album. They took some crap for that record, saying it was just basically Led Zeppelin. But I don't know. I really liked the first Greta Van Fleet record. I thought that the EP was fantastic. I haven't listened to a lot of the next two, and then now the new one's coming out. Though I know a lot of older people who like Greta Van Fleet, and it seems like the young people like Greta Van Fleet. And anytime young people like a rock band that can actually play a solo and actually rocks, I think is a wonderful thing, in my humble opinion. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit because we're doing a listening party in the store. That's always fun. Plus, we're getting some really, actually, that came into the store today, some really, really sweet-looking slipmats, man. These are great. These are beautiful. So, yeah, very cool stuff that Universal is doing with the new Greta Van Fleet record. Also, Goo Goo Dolls, Dizzy Up the Girl. That album's going to be back in print on silver vinyl. I'll tell you about that on the show. Also, Neon Genesis Evangelion, I think that's how you say it. One of the regulars that was in the store was mentioning that to me today. David, thank you. And we'll talk about that. A Creed reunion. Speaking of guilty pleasures, you know you love Creed. You love Nickelback. You love Creed. See, to me, good music is good music is good music. I like a little rock and roll. I love Mark Tremonti. That guy is so good. Such a great guitarist. Obviously, Alter Bridge. Before that, Creed. I thought the My Own Prison record was really, really good. I enjoyed Human Clay. Thought it was a really good album. The Weathered album, maybe not their best stuff. And then I never really listened to the one that, was it Full Circle or something like that came out in 2004? I forget. Anyway, so we'll talk about that. We'll do our gateway song of the day. And there you go. I spent half the damn show. I spent half the damn show previewing it. So do I really need to do the show? Because I've kind of already previewed everything. I just let a fart with my mouth, by the way, too. Did you hear that? Come on. You know you heard that and you loved it. Whoever smelt it, dealt it. Isn't that the rule with mouth farts? Exactly. So yeah, Greta Van Fleet, we're doing a listening party. We got a bunch of stuff, and we got like 100 posters into the store. We're just giving away to everybody. Universal is just like, no, give this away to anybody that comes to the store. They're not buying the new Greta Van Fleet. Who cares? Just give them a poster. All right, I'm cool with that. We got like 20 slip mats. Now these are for like the first 20 people for the listening party, which is coming up next Wednesday. So that's really cool. These slip mats look amazing. They look so cool. If you want to see them, they'll probably be on our social medias for the record store. And that would be, what would that be? That would be Rock This Town Records on Instagram and probably on YouTube, right? And then on maybe TikTok? Yes. Okay. Facebook? Whatever. Twitter? I guess they're probably not on Twitter. I cover our own stuff on Twitter, and I'm Rock This Town TC on Twitter. So if you want to join the Twitter. But yeah, am I looking forward to the Greta Van Fleet album? I'm looking forward to listening to it. The first single I heard just didn't really turn my crank. I didn't end up adding it to my Spotify. I would rather go back and listen to Safari Song or some of those great tunes from the EP. I know a lot of people love the Anthem record, and then some people love the more recent one from, a year or two ago? So, yeah. But it's really nice when labels and artists go out and kind of go the extra mile for the consumer. And I always appreciate it as an independent record store when these labels and when the artists kind of go the extra mile. We did a Metallica listening party when 72 Seasons came out, which was very cool. And then now we're doing the Greta Van Fleet. We could have done a Barbie one, but I guess we missed the boat on that. I know there's a new Billie Eilish song on the Barbie soundtrack, and I love Billie Eilish. I love me some Billie Eilish, so I was actually listening to it before the show, and it's very mellow. So I kind of like when she starts to rock. That's what I wish Billie Eilish would make, a big old rock record. And I kind of want Taylor Swift to see, because I think she can rock a little bit. I'd love to see Taylor Swift make a rock record. I think that would be kind of cool in my humble opinion. Even Lana Del Rey. I think Lana Del Rey could pull it off. So there you go. That's kind of the trifecta of the biggest names in pop music these days when it comes to the young ladies. All right. Hey, you fan of the mid-90s? You fan of Black Balloon Baby? Baby's black balloon needs some flying, or as I sing it to my wife, Jenny's black balloon needs some flying. Flying. Anyways, Dizzy Up the Girl getting a re-release. I'm excited about this because I know Jennifer will be excited about this. I don't know if she has this record in our collection. I know we've got some Goo Goo Dolls, but I don't think we have everything. Anyways, this is going to be on silver vinyl. Coming out from Warner Brothers and Rhino. September 15th is the date on that. So very, 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 very cool. I'm like Chainsaw or Dave, one of them, from the, what's that movie? Not Summer Rental. That's the Mark Harmon movie with Kirstie Alley in it. Summer Vacation? No, maybe? Anyways, Summer School. Thank you. I appreciate that. Boom. Very nice. So, yes, very, very excited for Jennifer, if nothing else. And it's got some other good stuff on it. Broadway, I think, is on there. Iris. And I think I'm forgetting one other song, maybe a couple other ones. So, there you go. One of the regulars that comes into the store, he's into video game soundtracks. He's into kind of cool stuff. He's like too cool for me when it comes to like video game stuff. Yeah, so I had the Red Dead Redemption, the house building EP, ended up bringing it into the store because I loved Red Dead Redemption as a video game. Just a fantastic Red Dead Redemption 2. Just the best, probably the best game I've ever played. And I love the online component. I'm a Left 4 Dead 2 kind of guy. I also love Tribes back in the day. I was old school when it came to Counter-Strike, but I got to say, man, until Rockstar abandoned the support for Red Dead Redemption Online, I was like, yeah, this is the greatest game ever. Still a wonderful game. But yeah, I guess they've moved on to Grand Theft Auto 5 and supporting that. Some of that stuff for Grand Theft Auto 5 looks pretty cool. Anyways, I digress. So there's a soundtrack coming out for Neon Genesis. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Evangelion. And it's on, what's this on? Translucent blue and black smoke double vinyl. Looks really cool. It looks really nice. Should be up for pre-order on the mighty Rock This Town Records if you're interested. Same with Dizzy Up the Girl. But yeah, very, very sexy. David's going to get me to buy one of these records, and I kind of like music. I had a copy of Star Wars, OG 1979 with Darth Vader on the back. And it had the poster inside, and he stopped in today, and he's like looking at it, and he's like, yeah, can you put this on? Because there was like a little scratch and stuff on one of the sides, and we're listening to side A and side B, I think, of the first record. So good. John Williams, man. It brought back so many memories when Star Wars was good instead of the crap it's turned into under Disney. And yeah. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So anyways, there you go. All right, so that's some of the new vinyl today. A couple other things, then we'll get out of here for the day. Yes, I wasn't teasing. That Creed reunion apparently going to be announced next Tuesday, July 19th. It's going to be the 25th anniversary of Human Clay in 2024. So I'm guessing we're going to see a Creed reunion tour. Now, if you're going to hold your nose for Creed because of the Eddie Vedder comparisons and the Scott Stapp, and Scott Stapp's had some issues in the past, but it's a solid band, man. If you go back and listen to My Own Prison, if you go back to listen to Human Clay, there's just so many great songs on there. And Mark Tremonti, he doesn't get the credit now. Is he Nuno Bettencourt? No, he's not Nuno Bettencourt, but he's damn good. I love Tremonti's bass playing and the rhythm section there. Is it Scott Phillips? And I can never remember the other guy's name. Sorry. Those guys are really good, and Scott Stapp is a good vocalist. It might sound a little like Eddie Vedder, but he's a good vocalist, and They were good songs. I mean, I like the rockers more than I like the kind of the ballads. With Arms Wide Open, I know that was a big hit, but I'm more of a, Bullets type of guy. Are You Ready? Was the Freedom Fighter was off the other album, but there's a lot of deep tracks on there. Never Say Die. It's a little more slow, but such a good record in my humble opinion. In fact, Sandy was in the store today and she actually picked up Human Clay because we got a copy of Human Clay. I kind of had it out on display, not because of this. It was just a coincidence. And she was like, "This is such a good record." I know it is. It is. So don't be crapping on Creed. It's a good record. If you're holding your nose or something, "Oh, I'm too good for that." Oh, come on, man. It's music. It's only good music and there's bad music, right? So, all right. Gateway song of the day. I know this only premiered like about a week ago. I'm really loving it. It's really good. I love the guitar in it. So good. It's Taylor Swift. Oh, yes. It's Taylor Swift. I love Taylor. I think what she's done is just fantastic. It's brilliant. The song is I Can See You. It's one of the vault songs from Speak Now, Taylor's version. Such a good song. I know there's a video that came out from it that premiered in Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium last week when Taylor was playing Arrowhead for a couple of nights. So, but yeah, if you need a gateway song into Taylor or even a gateway song into that album, I actually like that album. We've got Audrey who works in the store. She's young and she's a Taylor fan, but she also loves herself some Queen and Fleetwood Mac and stuff like that. So she's kind of got that really cool mix of knowing what's cool when it comes to, new artists, young people. She's buying Metro Boomin, she's buying Lana Del Rey, she's buying Taylor Swift, but then she's at the same time buying Fleetwood Mac and Queen and stuff. So very cool. But yeah, she's recommended some Taylor Swift songs from Speak Now, and I really like Better Than Revenge, or Better. Is it Better Than Revenge? Yeah, I think it's something like that. I might be saying it wrong. And Haunted, really good stuff there too. So, all right, cool. So check it out if you want. I Can See You, Taylor Swift. That is the big show in the book. Tomorrow we'll be talking about the new vinyl coming out. That's in the store and all ready to go for Friday. And yeah, there's some cool stuff in there. The Deftones on Ruby Red vinyl. Very nice. I do not own a Deftones album. I'm trying to figure out my gateway album into Deftones. Hell, I need a gateway song into Deftones. So if you know anything, you want to recommend a gateway song into Deftones, hit me up on the Twitter. It's Rock This Town, a TC. That's the big show. I'm going to put it in the book. Boom. It's in the book. Have yourself a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the emergency room.